Melissa Stiles, Storage Asset Management. Honestly, I answered a blind ad. I never even had used self-storage. I technically still have not used self-storage either. So I didn't know anything about the industry, but I thought it was fascinating and something that I could make an impact. We are the only company that solely manages, so we don't own any properties right now. By the end of 2014, we launched the ability to rent a unit online. Innovation is definitely part of our culture. For instance, in marketing, we've put some platforms in place where everyone's on the same website. We can build those platforms in the background to drive those change in standards across. Right now, the customer has access to more information faster. Your pricing, your marketing, you have to stay competitive. You have to show up where they're searching. One of the first things when I joined SAM was I asked, why can't I do the whole rental from my phone? Because I am a person that if I want to do my mobile pickup order from Starbucks, I don't want to have to wait in line. So wanted to figure out how I could do that for storage. We're unique because we don't own any of the facilities. So some of the upgrades are dependent, we can make suggestions, but are dependent on the owners who actually own the facilities. When I started, we still had a few yellow page ads, right? I didn't know what the yellow pages were, but we had a few. And then, we started using Google and putting money into Google. And then now we're shifting and looking at how do we show up on a GPT. So how do we show up in Perplexity, ChatGPT? Don't be afraid to ask why, like why are we doing this and why are we not doing that? And posing the questions and bringing those ideas up. That's how the online rental started for me, is I was like, why can't I rent this from my phone? Building yourself a network is also important as well. So people within your company and outside of your company that you can use as sounding boards. And then also just finding resources that you think are helpful and keep you up to date on what's happening. I hear a lot of people talk about storage as a dinosaur, and I do think we're not as advanced as some other industries, but we don't have a product that's super advanced either, right? At the end of the day, you're running space, and there's a lot of things behind the scenes that you can do to optimize that space, but I think that we're still on track to do that. When people come up to me at shows too, and they're like, oh, I sat in your session last time, and I remembered this, and this really helped me, that's like really warms my heart and makes me so happy. I want to make sure that I'm providing impact.